This is what I've learned from playing Terraria as a mage for 100 hours in Terraria. Starting in a Corruption world is way easier than starting in a Crimson one. The magic weapon from the Crimson is just a weaker version of the Nibis Rod. The magic weapon from the Corruption is the Vile Thorn. The Vile Thorn spawns thorns that deal piercing damage. Early game can be difficult, but the best pre-hard mode weapon is the Demon Scythe. You don't need the Demon Scythe for the Eye of Cthulhu or Skeletron fight, but I would recommend it. For the boss fights, I would recommend a 300 platform long arena, at least, with at least 3 levels. Once you defeat a Skeletron, go into the dungeon and find the magic missile. This will help with the mechanical boss fights. The Wall of Flesh fight is super easy once you get Molten Armor and make a long platform for the Demon Scythe. I recommend putting a roof on the platform that has areas that drop down for when the Wall of Flesh starts shooting lasers. You can then grapple into these areas and wait for the lasers to stop. Once you're in hard mode, get the materials to craft the Meteorite Staff and the Sky Fractal. Then create a graveyard biome next to the Druid to get Crimson Seeds and put them in the underground layers. You will want to get the Golden Shower spellbook and get some good wings, either Frost or Harpy. The Rod of Discord is not required, however, I thought it was overrated until I got one during my playthrough and it saved me multiple times. The first mech box that you should go for is the Twins. They're super tough, but they give you the souls you need to get the Magic Harp. This is an important weapon for the Mechanical Worm fight. Once you've defeated those 2 bosses, make the Rainbow Rod and fight Skeletron Prime. Once you've killed Skeletron Prime, go to the Ocean biome and make a long platform, and in the middle of that platform, build a wall out of blocks to protect you from Duke Fishron's projectile attacks. I have a video on how to cheese Duke Fishron in the info card if you are interested. After you kill Duke Fishron, hopefully you get the Bubblegun and or Razorblade Typhoon. They are important for the Planet Terra fight. Try for the Fishron Rings and the Shrimpy Truffle. The mountain will help in the Moonlord fight. Make an arena for Planet Terra and use those 2 new weapons along with the Golden Shower to defeat Planet Terra. Go around her in circles firing your weapons. Surprisingly, I had trouble with Golem. I found that the Razorblade Typhoon and Bubblegun are still the best weapons. You just need to go for the Fist because they suck in his second stage. Go in a half circle around him back and forth, but when he jumps, dash under him to get around. You're almost done. At this point, it's just the pillars and Moonlord prep. Get the Nebula Blaze from defeating the Nebula Pillar after defeating the Cultist and getting Nebula Fragments. This will be your main weapon in the Moonlord fight. Before the Moonlord fight, set your spawn point right next to the nurse with an open area for you to get out but to keep the nurse from leaving. This is where the Rod of Discord is nice, but again, not required. Make sure to do the Moonlord fight during a rainstorm to use the Shrimpy Truffle's ability of going faster in the rain and water. Keep Moonlord's hand in frame. When you see the laser coming, get closer to Moonlord and dodge the laser. Or if you have the Rod of Discord, use that at the bottom to go under the laser and keep fighting. You will be using the entire world as your arena. Once you've defeated Moonlord, keep going until you get the last prism and have full Nebula armor. That's the end of the game. Now you can restart or do a different class. Or make a bunch of game-breaking farms.